The stock market in Nigeria has resumed this Thursday after 2 days of break. Today, we will be looking at the stock market performance this week, and our guest is Rotimi Fakayejo, an economy and capital market analyst. He joins us from Lagos. Hello, Mr. Fakayejo.
Good morning.
Good morning and nice to see you.
A pleasure.
Thank you. So the numbers have not been too good, and then we had 2 days of public holidays this week. What are the forces at play here?
The one thing I need to confess is that the market has been very resilient, in spite of the state of the economy and every other thing that ought to have dragged the market down. So we commend the market for the resilience and also for the hope that investors do have. We started the week with a marginal positive change of 0.01%. And we're looking forward that the remaining 2 days, that is today and tomorrow, will be much better than what we saw on Monday. But one major thing that is going to drive the market is the release of half-year results by most of the companies. So the market is earnestly waiting for the release of these results, and this definitely is what will drive the market as we go into the week. But I believe strongly that we're going to finish the week better than we started it.
Okay, so when do we start seeing these results, and particularly what are the stocks that are driving the market this week?
Well, I think the results ought to have been coming because the regulatory deadline for the release of the results is at the end of this month. So we're going to see the results coming in good number, either from today or tomorrow or early next week. But definitely we will have majority of them before the close of the month. And for the stocks to look at, I think the banking sector stocks are still the major drivers of the market. And maybe a look at ICT, that is the likes of NTA and also industrial goods. So those are the three major sectors that will actually drive the market this week. And we expect that in volume, in value, and also in positive change, the share index and the market capitalization. This definitely will give a lot of positive trends.
Okay, now earlier this week, information came out that Oando entered a settlement with the Securities and Exchange Commission. Did it have anything to do with the market? And with the settlement, do we expect some form of stability?
Yes, I think it's a positive news coming to the market because investors have really been denying a lot of benefits over time. They've not been able to hold AGM. Their results have not really been readily acceptable to the market and to the regulators. And then now that this settlement is coming up, we are likely to see them holding their AGM and also making a rendition of their auditor reports to the market. So investors are definitely going to benefit because if there is any way that they're going to push forward additional benefits to the investors, then they have the opportunity now. And with this kind of settlement and resolution, I believe that the market is really, really pushing forward. And we need to commend the regulator, the Securities and Exchange Commission and the Nigerian Exchange Group for taking this step, at least for the forbearance and also accepting this kind of settlement. So definitely quoted companies are going to be more open in their disposition to the regulators. And I think it's going to be a working relationship that will benefit everyone and all the investors in the market.
Okay, so when we see this sort of this agreements between regulators and quoted companies, like in the case of Oando that lasted quite a very long time, what are the implications and how do we avert this sort of scenario?
Well, the implications, we've seen the price of Oando stock nosediving from 18 naira to as low as 2 naira 80 kobo at a time. But right now it's trending at about 3 naira. So investors have lost value, although it is only those that are sold that have actually lost money. So there's still hope for those who are holding on to their positions for a better trend in the future. But to mitigate or avert this kind of situation, I think the regulators need to step up their games. They shouldn't wait for when problems will arise within a company before they can actually do what they are supposed to do. So if they step up their game, their regulatory function, their oversight, then definitely we won't see this kind of situation again. So regularly, they should check the results. It's not just about rendition of quarterly, half-year of auditor reports that matter, but they should actually go to the nitty-gritty of the results and question certain things so that investors will not be shortchanged over time. And I believe if they do step up their game with respect to this, I believe a lot of things is going to really turn out to give the market a better perception by investors. And I think they need to engage more professionals who can actually look into the figures, into the accounts of the quoted companies, so that they can point out whatever needs to be done and whatever needs to be advised over time and regularly, so that we can see a dramatic change in the way investors perceive the market. And also when the quoted companies know that the regulators are up in their game at this point in time, they will not bring figures and they will think twice before they actually churn out figures to the market. And I think this will be a win-win situation for everyone, the regulators, the quoted investors, and also the operators, and also for the economy of Nigeria.
Okay, so what do you expect the market to look like this week? It's a short trading week, just 3 days. Already the first day is on a marginal note.
Yes, I think, like I said earlier, one thing that will drive the market is if the market receives a good result from one of the major quoted companies today, I think it will brighten the market and also spur the interest of investors to put more into the market. Because the more investors reach out to the market, put more money, take more positions, that's when we see price appreciating. And at the same time too, if there is anything that it is because investors are not happy with what they are seeing and they are releasing more of their stocks for sale in the market. So I believe that this week, the remaining 2 days of the week, it should actually portend a good trend for the market and everyone should be at ease, because what we have seen in the first quarter of the result released, the figures are quite encouraging. And I believe that those figures are going to be consolidated even as we see the half-year reports.
Okay, so before I let you go, what is the class of investors the market is attracting? Are they mostly foreign or mostly local?
Well, I think the participation of the foreign portfolio investors at this time is ridiculously low. From what we see from the reports of the Nigerian Exchange Group for the foreign portfolio investment, we are seeing a figure as low as 20% foreign portfolio investors participation. So the people who are actually driving the market right now are the local investors, and majorly the institutional investors are the ones that are actually pushing the market. So I believe we let the local investors put more into the market and let there be an encouragement for the foreign portfolio investors so that we can have a more varied market.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Rotimi, for being a part of the program this morning. Mr. Fakayejo joined us from Lagos.
A pleasure.
Thank you. Have a nice one.